Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's another week. It's another show. After a week hiatus, we have returned to tell you about all things going on in our world and around the world. And there's a lot going on. First off, of course, this weekend, Brian, is a big event. The big one. It's the big one.
I can't believe it's here.
I know. Feels like we just had one recently.
I feel unprepared.
Well, that's always.
I still have to get things ready for this show, but
my tote is all packed up and ready to go.
You're selling?
I am. Sharing a table with Scott.
Oh, yes. You told me about that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. East of the River Comic and Toy Show this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., American Legion Hall, 566 Enfield Street in Enfield, Connecticut, 2 floors.
Yes.
It's going to be jam-packed.
It will be.
It's $1 to get in.
That it is.
It's a great afternoon. This weekend's going to be kind of chilly. It's actually going to feel like fall.
Yeah.
Right now we have 80-degree weather. It feels like spring. But it's going to be cold. It's going to be a beautiful Sunday. You got nothing else going on. Come on down.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's also a good place to get a head start on getting Christmas gifts purchased for that nerd in your family or your life.
Yeah.
It's a good time to do that. It's also a good time if you're looking for just something to do on a Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of the
a lot
house.
of comics, toys.
Yeah.
And now that there's 2 floors, I think maybe people have gone and said, I've seen it. I've been there. It looks the same.
Yeah.
With the 2 floors, I'll tell you, it is now changed.
Yes,
because
it's
there's
a whole new thing.
There's all new vendors down there.
Yeah.
So there's more variety.
Yes.
And I think that's a great thing because some people might go to these shows once or twice and be like, listen, they're all the same vendors. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
You're wrong. The second floor
and also
always has new vendors.
Brian's going to have a whole bunch of new stuff, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a lot more old D&D stuff.
Yes. Which I met a lady, I'll tell you about when I get to my part, that sells D&D stuff, and I told her about this show and about Andrew's show.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully they'll get a booth.
Nice.
Because their stuff's pretty neat.
Well, speaking of Andrew's show.
Yes. That was my segue? That was my segue.
After this show, the first show of November 17th, will be the Manchester Comic and Toy Convention.
10 a.m. A big month.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes.
That's the Army Navy
5
Club
p.m.
to Manchester, Connecticut. Yeah, 5 p.m. He's going to have multiple people from the video game Mortal Kombat there.
Yes.
And there's going to be a photo booth.
And Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, he's the big
featured
draw.
guest.
Featured guests. And then no joke.
Also starring Matt Ryan.
No joke, folks. No joke. The Sunday after the Manchester show will be CliffsCon at the hotel.
The Super Show.
Yeah, Super Show.
Yes, the hotel show.
Yeah. Well, next
it's gonna be
week,
a busy couple weeks.
We'll talk more
Brian.
about that because right now we're focusing on this weekend.
Yeah.
But
and then that Saturday before that, Andrew's show is Blitzkrieg.
Yes.
So
I got my tickets this weekend.
You got a lot going on that weekend.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. Anthony's going.
It's gonna be a big show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a great match.
APA versus
CPA.
Oh, what did I call
APA? Acolyte Protection Association.
CPA.
Bradshaw isn't coming.
No, Bradshaw's not coming.
Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from the APA.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Bradshaw and Farouk.
But that should be a fun.
Yeah,
Blitzkrieg.
CPA Dijak.
Yeah, Dijak.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is gonna be.
It's gonna be intense.
Yeah, it's like a part of me's like, who's gonna win this?
Yeah.
I almost feel like CPA could win it.
You don't know.
Don't forget Slimovich is going to be there too.
Yeah, Masha Slamovich is returning.
And then Fatu's dad's gonna be there.
Yeah. Yeah, Alpha Jr.
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
Yep.
And I'm sure more guests will be announced as we get closer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be
more
really good.
matches will be announced as we get closer as well.
Yeah, yeah. So,
yeah.
packed couple weeks coming up.
Yeah.
November is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But East of the River is kind of the kickoff.
Some random news.
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg news. I'm possibly getting my haircut this week by a member
Wow.
by a member of the Blitzkrieg Pro roster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Jeremy Leary might be cutting my hair this week.
Well,
He's training to be a barber at a school right around the corner from my house. So
oh, look at that.
I was like, hey, I'll swing by. Get a haircut. Why not?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
You should have him autograph your head.
Yes, I'll work
Is
on
he
that.
going to change his gimmick into the barber now?
That's what I told him. He's going to become like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He's going to come around like that.
He can call
Big
himself.
scissors.
He can call himself. You should have a shear and you shear people's head if he wins. They get a big line.
That's a big. My
God.
That's a big.
You don't want to lose because
No.
you're going to get the line.
Yeah, no,
That would be a good gimmick, huh?
It would be, but the poor guy that loses is going to have to deal with
Obviously,
that.
we know this is all. They would have to work this out.
They'd have to,
But,
because
like-
if you're going to go another gig after that, you're going to be like, or back to work on Monday.
Can you imagine?
You're like a hair shaved in the middle. You have to get your whole head shaved just to like make it work.
Know. It's a good gimmick. He can call himself the Razor's Edge.
That was
I know, Razor Ramon.
you can't really call yourself that.
You can call him the Sheer
Savage.
Savage.
That was the name
Paul
of
Shear.
a friend of mine from high school's. I think it's the name of her hair place here in town.
What?
Sheer Savage.
Yes, Sheer Savage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother, Sheer Savage.
Come to the ring.
Come to the ring. I'm gonna shear you. Anyway.
Like a goat.
Yes.
Like a sheep. Like wrangles you.
Yeah.
Hold your legs and arms up in the air and then like start shaving you.
Oh boy.
Hey, there's a rabbit guy, so what?
There is a guy with rabies. So.
He's the rabies guy.
Yeah.
It would
It's a good time.
It would be a good time.
Get your tickets now.
Get tickets out.
BlitzkriegPro.com.
Oh my God, Mark. I have to say, it was weird not doing the show last week. I missed it.
Yeah.
We did record ETV.
We did.
We did have a fantastic band on.
Yes, the 413s
413s
came in.
Were phenomenal.
Yeah, I knew you'd like them.
Yeah. They were like,
They're right in your wheelhouse.
wow, really good.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The talent
Yes.
from these four guys.
Yeah, they're young too.
I know. That's what blows me away.
Yeah, they're young guys.
They got this very 70s rock, 80s rock feel to them. And you're just kind of like, you guys
They
are
sound like they should be older.
yeah. They're all 22 young guys.
Yeah.
And they all feel, you close your eyes, you think you're listening to the Black Crowes or something like that.
When Mark talked about seeing them before at the event you went to,
Yes.
I thought they were like our age, and then I showed up and I'm like, who are these like high school kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're young.
Yeah. They travel like a trailer and everything. It was kind of
Very professional.
big time.
Very
They're
nice.
Big time.
And I think people are in for a big treat when the show drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
So Mark, I have a story,
Okay.
but I'll let you go first. How was your last 2 weeks? Anything worth of note?
Just
Watch anything? See anything? Do anything?
I've started my I've been trying to figure out how to say this because I don't know how do you say something that happens every 4 years besides the presidency? Like quadrantally?
I don't know.
quad
Just say
annually?
every 4 years.
Yeah, my quad annually rewatch of The West Wing has started. I do it every election year for the presidency.
Mhm.
I watch the whole season of The West Wing.
It's a
Try to
lot.
get it in before the election actually happens.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. It's such a great show. 25 years since that show debuted.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Getting old.
Yeah. So I've been doing that a lot, and then just watching the usual shows. Wanda and
Today we're
Which
going to
we'll
talk
talk about,
We're
yeah.
going to do our midterm review on Wanda.
Agatha. Sorry, Agatha.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's a big connection to Wanda recently for the last episode. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watching Agatha All Along. Besides that, not really much else going on. A lot of work, busy.
What about Sunday, Mark?
I was gonna get to that.
Anyway.
Claire's recovering well from her eye surgery,
That's good.
so that's good. And then on Sunday, like Josh was saying, recorded the Gold Key dinner for the Connecticut Sports Writers Alliance down in Southington.
Sports media.
Sports Media Alliance
It was at AquaTurf.
at the AquaTurf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do that. It's like a Connecticut Sports Hall of Fame kind of thing. So they honor all these different high school athletes and coaches and like that kind of thing. And then like they give a Gold Key Award to their usually five like Hall of Famers that they're inducting into the Gold Key Society or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. One of the headliner this year was Charles Garand, who is the first on-air talent for SportsCenter, for ESPN
Oh, wow.
SportsCenter. He's from Hamden, Connecticut.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool. So I met him afterwards. But yeah, it was a good time. It's a little long, but we got through it. It'll be on the
You're still
channel.
recovering from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, how was?
when you do things on Sunday? You experience this, I'm sure.
Well, all my shows are on Sundays.
Yeah, we do things on Sundays. So like by the time end of workday Monday comes around, you're like, I can just take the rest of the week off and I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. How was now? We didn't mention this. We knew it was happening though. But Josh, you had your birthday last Saturday.
Oh, that was everything. We went to Illicit last Sunday.
I thought it was
this
on
past
Saturday.
Sunday, but the previous Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Illicit Brewing Company for
Yeah, it
Josh's
was
birthday.
Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sunday.
And they like a vendor fair
going
on, and they do it every Sunday, I guess.
Okay.
It's like a
Inside.
fall. Like it looks like it was a fall craft fair, and it just
Yeah, I don't know if they do it
coincided
every
with-
Sunday, but they do it. I don't know. They happen to have it going on.
It was a lot- it
Connecticut
was a lot of
Brewery
Halloween
does the same
stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
They have like fairs inside the brewery.
Yeah, it was pretty cool though, because
Nice.
it's a pretty big space. It used to be Adams Mill,
Yeah.
so it's interesting to see the transformation of Adams Mill
Oh.
to what it is now.
Yeah.
The food was really good. I don't drink, so really it was more about the food for me than it was the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Claire said the beers were good. She really liked the pumpkin beer that they have.
Good pumpkin beer is good.
Yeah. So, but like I was saying earlier, there was a vendor. It's two ladies have a booth where they do D&D type stuff, like dice bags and different like stickers and things. So I grabbed a couple. I have in my office. I didn't think to bring them out with me, but they're pretty cool. Like they have some bluey themed ones, which were quite a hit. Like they sold out of those.
Well, yeah.
Before the end of the show and
Kids
everything.
love
Yeah,
Bluey.
kids were loving it. So, my sisters bought the
Kids. I was
Bluey's
going to
one.
say kids, Mark.
Yeah, my
It was a lot of
30-year-old
30 and 40-year-olds
yeah, my
buying the
30-year-old
stickers.
like a lot of parents buying the stickers for themselves more than for the kids. But yeah, so I gave them Andrew's information, and I think they reached out to Andrew that day and to talk to him about getting a booth at his show. So
Nice.
yeah,
That'd be
because
perfect.
they're right from that area, around that area.
Interesting.
So
Nice.
yeah, but it was a good time.
Nice. Well, happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah, he turned the big 4-1.
41.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that weekend, I got my flu and my COVID shot. And, I thought about going, and we just felt like crap. It hit us hard. I had a family thing on Saturday, and I took some, Tylenol just to kind of get rid of. But, once that worn off, oh my gosh.
Last week I
Trying to
got
go to home,
when
go to
the
bed.
weather shifted like it did so quickly. Like Wednesday, like during the show Wednesday, I was hurting. Like my eyes were like I could barely keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
Like it was like the watery eyes. Like this eye like was tearing like crazy. And then I woke up Thursday and I was a mess. And I came into work.
Is it allergies?
It was just allergies that hit me like hard, and it hasn't been that hard in a long time. But then I was like just checking in on it and just looking on the internet and everything. They're saying because it's been so dry for so long that like if you have any kind of like fall leaf allergies, it's like quadruple this year.
Yeah, it's been windy
So
too.
I've been like I was hurting. I was on Benadryl and Mucinex and
Well, that's what I was going to say. Was it my
Advil
birthday?
leaves.
I was going to have everyone go sit outside,
Yeah.
but it was too cold because I wanted to show Mark the stage and everything.
Yeah.
But it was freezing.
Yeah.
Then what was it? 3 days later, it was warm.
Yeah. And then it
this
got cold
past
again.
weekend, it was cold.
Then it got warm.
Then it
Like
got
today
warm
it's, like-
again. So,
yesterday
like,
was
and
like
then-
80 degrees.
Yeah.
And then there's like brush fires or something going on.
There's like
and,
huge brush fire in Berlin.
Yeah,
Like half of
Berlin.
mountains like
Yeah. So
burnt.
everybody's just been like.
And there's one in Vernon yesterday too, I
Yeah.
heard.
There's like, it's not good.
Yeah,
like
it's
everybody's
crazy.
getting either affected by the dryness or just the weather change. But
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
It's supposed to
everyone-
break and get colder like this coming weekend and
Yeah,
everything.
back
Well, yeah.
to
Then it's
60s.
like, was it Thursday or Friday? It's supposed to get down into the 30s,
Well, at
Yeah.
night.
and it's
but
no
during
at
the
night,
day,
but still, it's like
that's normal for this time of year.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing
This is not normal what we're doing
Yeah.
right
And I don't know
now.
if you experience this. Like my wife likes to sleep in frigid temperatures, and I do not.
we're opposite.
I prefer
like
to
it,
sleep.
I like it super
Oh, that's
cold.
right. Alice had mentioned this to me.
She likes
You prefer
it
to sleep
warmer.
when super cold, and she likes it where it's really warm.
Warm.
So, like, Claire likes to sleep with all the windows open, and I'm, like, freezing to death. And I, like, have, like, 4 blankets on top of me. So it's like one half of the bed has, like, blankets and blankets and blankets. The other, and she's sleeping without any sheets whatsoever.
I wouldn't, at this point, the windows are closed at night because it's too cold even for me. But
well, just the past couple nights.
Oh,
but
well, yeah,
usually,
it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So, anything else? Because I got a story.
No,
I'm not
going to
make it a long story, but I got a story.
Just the usual. But it's glad you're like, I'm happy we're back too. I
missed it. Yeah,
you have a week without the therapy, it kind of get itchy. Yes. As I talked about before the show, you get kind of itchy.
You do. Real quick, I did see Abigail, which is on Peacock.
It
which
is.
You're not a horror guy, but if you're a horror person, you like
I've
vampires.
Heard it's good.
It is really
Yeah.
good. I had Allison watch it. She enjoyed it as well. It's just fun, campy, entertaining Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Is that the vampire girl one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all locked in the house together.
I also
I saw the trailer, I think, before one of the random movies this summer.
I also saw Saturday Night, which was
Don't tell me anything about it. I want to see that so bad.
It was fantastic.
If I'd known you were going, I would have went with you.
Well.
I wasn't waiting to see that.
Oh.
And Claire can't see movies, so I can't really take her to go.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
I'm
sure
like,
it'll be
dang
on
it.
streaming very soon.
I know, but I wanted to see it in the theater.
So, also, I started the show Chucky. It got canceled. I figured, perfect show for me
It's
to
like
watch.
4 seasons or something like that. Yeah. It's on sci-fi. It was a sci-fi
It's
show.
on Peacock.
Yeah.
It's a Sci-Fi USA original.
It really didn't need more than the 3 seasons it had.
It's fun so far. I actually am up to episode 4. It's just a fun, stupid Halloween show.
Yeah.
It's bringing back old characters from the Chucky
it's
universe.
Chucky. It's not really deep writing.
And it's funny when he does the kills. He does the one-liners.
Yes.
And yeah, it's rather entertaining. So far, so good.
It's a member berry.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch this any other season. I was just like,
No,
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you're not going to watch it during Christmas time.
Exactly. So I'll probably watch the first season this year and then watch second season next Halloween.
If it's still on the Peacock.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
It was, anyway.
Speaking of which, it's really quick. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Shows that you've been wanting to watch forever. I got home last night and Claire turns to me and she's like, I need to tell you something. I unfortunately broke down. I started watching The Penguin without you. I was like, what?
Why would you do that?
Why? Exactly what I said. She's like, I couldn't wait any longer. And I just decided to start. It was popped up on the Max.
We're going to start watching it once it gets close to the end.
So she's
I heard
already
it's
in
fantastic.
like 3 episodes in. And I'm like, well, like, what the heck, man?
Is she going to rewatch it with you?
She probably will, but I was like, come on, man.
I've been avoiding spoilers.
I'm waiting for you to watch it. And she's like, I know. She's like, I feel terrible. I'm like, you should feel terrible. If I did that to you, it'd be way worse.
I know, right?
I'm sorry. I decided to watch it without you. It took too long.
And a show, one of our favorite shows that we both enjoy, all of us, is What We Do in the Shadows starts like next week.
Yes.
The 22nd.
Last season.
And I looked at the schedule. No joke, it is starting at the end of this month, going all the way until December.
Yeah.
It's a long season.
Yeah. Well, it's the last one, so.
Yeah. And
they're going to get anything they can out of it.
Well, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I wish they started it sooner, but it is what it is.
Well,
All right, so.
All right, story time with
my
Bryon.
Story time. Oh boy.
Light the fire, kids. Turn the lights down. I should play Kenny G in the background.
I'm just recovering from being. I had a very bad stomach. Stomach thing. So Saturday.
Issue?
Oh yeah. So Saturday.
What was the stomach issue from?
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm going to lay it all out for you. Saturday, middle afternoon, I'm like, I got to go to Costco. I'm going to upgrade Allison's phone. I'm going to go to the T-Mobile booth. And she's like, I'm like, want me to get lunch? And, when I'm there, whatever. She's like, I could go for a piece of pizza. And I'm like, well, actually, that sounds pretty good. I haven't had Costco pizza probably since before COVID. It's been a long time since I had Costco pizza.
Well, you shouldn't have pizza, period, because you have...
Hold on.
Your lactose.
Oh, hold on. So I go, that does sound good. Why don't I get a whole pie, half cheese, half pepperoni? I haven't had a long time. Hold on.
Why would you do these things to
Hold
yourself?
on. Now, context is I have lactose pills. I take them. I have.
You're lactose intolerant.
Hold on. Let me explain. I
should get a huge pizza with cheese on it.
I have Ann's pizza. No problem. I've had multiple. I have Big Y pizza all the time. I take my pill. No problem.
They don't use real cheese though.
Let me get to the story. I get the pie.
God.
I take my one pill.
I sense this is a bad situation. You should have 2 pills.
You sense correctly. I had 4 slices.
It's the amount of cheese on the pizza. That's the difference.
It was so delicious. And you're absolutely right. Now, Big Y pizza barely has cheese.
Yes, so does Ann's.
The Ann's pizza, I usually have the corner pieces that mostly sauce.
It's not
That's what I was about to say.
all the cheese is in the middle. It's not in the side.
So, hold on. I take my pill.
So this is more of you being an idiot is what this story is about.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay.
But let me
Just checking.
Let me explain. I take
There's
my
no need
pill.
to explain. You're
I have my 4 slices. We go and continue. We go outside. Beautiful
God, 4
day.
Costco slices? Jesus.
Yeah.
Beautiful day outside.
Like that's one slice is what they serve people.
Beautiful day. We're sitting out there, and I'm feeling nauseous. I'm
yeah.
bloated.
Yes.
I'm feeling achy. I'm like,
You're
oh my-
lactose intolerant, you idiot.
I know, and I took my pill.
It takes more than 1 pill.
Let me finish the story.
Oh
So
God.
I
It's like raising a 10-year-old.
run to the bathroom. I was in and out of the bathroom from 5 until 2 in the morning.
Yes.
It was like I had prep for my colonoscopy.
You know what? I'm going to take 1 pill, but I'm going to drink a whole gallon of milk and see what happens.
I didn't drink a whole gallon of
That's
milk.
basically what you did.
So,
The amount of cheese, lactose to ratio.
Mark, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
How have you not learned this? You've not like this is some new thing
But
you've got.
the thing is,
though.
I have had my pills. I think I just got comfortable with the fact I've had a pill. I had a slice of pizza here and there, and I've been fine.
A slice of pizza.
Costco pizza is so cheesy.
Yes.
It's beyond.
Yes.
And it was so delicious.
It's not even that it's cheesy. It's huge.
No,
They're
it
huge
is-
slices,
this
too.
Big slices. You're comparing it to an Ann's little.
And there's only 2 of you, so like that's like that should be dinner for like the week for you guys.
Oh,
one of those pieces. One of those pizzas.
So,
he had more.
I'm in and out of the bathroom until 2 in the morning.
You know what I should do?
I go to bed.
Should have another slice of pizza.
I wake up in the morning. No, I continue with my bathroom adventures up until at least 1 o'clock. So I read. It's obviously not food poisoning because Allison's fine. It's obviously because of my lactose intolerance.
And then I'm hungry again, so I decided.
No,
have more pizza.
No, I did not. I did not eat a thing. When after this, you should start on something bland like a piece of toast or a cracker just to see how your stomach's doing. It was around
or pizza dough.
It was around 1 o'clock. I had a slice of bread.
There it is. There it is.
I had a slice of bread.
Yeah.
My stomach's like, no, not ready for this yet.
Uh-huh.
So I go outside. We go outside. It's beautiful on Sunday, and I'm starving. I'm totally empty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just drinking. I'm super dehydrated.
Here it comes.
I'm just drinking water.
Here it comes.
No, hold on. So this is the humorous part.
You decided to have another slice of pizza.
No, I'm actually never gonna have a Costco pizza again. I'm swearing it off.
I was waiting for it. I was hungry, so I thought.
So I figured, why not try it again and see what happens? This time I only had 2 pills and I still had the same reaction.
No, I honestly told
That would be very Bryanish of you to do.
The rest of the pieces hers, I'm never touching it. No, I learned my lesson.
That'd be very Bryanish of you.
No,
though.
it wouldn't, because I know my limit. And the thing is,
You honestly don't, because you had 4 slices of pizza and taking
you
1
don't,
pill.
Brian.
It's not the first time you've done this.
When I say it out loud, you're right. But I know. I know.
Wait a minute. I've known you for over 20, like around 25 years at this point. This is not the first time you've experienced this. It's not some new adventure you went on.
This is the other thing I was about to say.
Where you're like,
This isn't
you know
the
what
first
happened
time
to me
he's
over
done
the
this.
last...
This is the first time I've ever had it this bad. This was beyond the pale.
the amount of
of
But you've
cheese
done it
on those
before.
pizzas.
I understand. No, I'm not
It's
done
like a
with
pound of cheese on each slice of
I'm not
pizza.
done with the story. I'm not done with the story. This is where the humorous part.
This is
now,
where
we
he
all thought
realizes
this
it,
was
Mark.
funny. Wait till
This
this
is
part.
where he realizes
This
it.
is where he realizes what the issue is.
Oh, no, I already knew. I knew it was a lactose.
That's
I
where
knew it.
Allison says you're an idiot and just walks
So-
out of the house.
I'm outside. I'm just like, I'm not, obviously I can't eat. I'm not ready to eat. I'm super hungry. I'm just lethargic. I'm tired. I'm dehydrated. I'm just sipping water. And Allison's like, I do have some sugar-free Jolly Ranchers. If you want to, like, maybe you just have that for now. And I'm like, okay, that sounds actually pretty good. So she gives me a handful.
Oh, no. I know exactly where this is going.
Do you know the story of the sugar-free candy?
Yes.
What chemical is in
Yes.
sugar-free candy?
Basically
And
X-Lax.
if you have a lot of sugar-free candy,
Basically X-Lax.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm outside. I sucked down 9 of those babies.
Dude.
Because I was so hungry.
Oh,
So,
my God.
we're sitting outside.
It's
Hold on, let me finish.
like an Abbott and Costello movie with
so
you guys.
I'm sitting there, and my stomach just starts bubbling.
Yes.
And Allison can hear it, and she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing in me. I gotta go. So I run back to the bathroom. I'm in and out of the bathroom all Sunday night.
Yeah.
Now, first time I get out of the bathroom, I go, Allison. I'm like,
It's a
okay.
sugar-free,
I go,
the chemical that's
do
in
you
it.
think it's the sugar-free chemical? She's like, oh no, I didn't think about that. I go into Google. I type in, does sugar-free Jolly Ranchers, and Google finished it for me. It
Give you
said,
diarrhea.
Give you diarrhea.
Yes.
I clicked on it. First thing, yes, the chemical is found
It's a diuretic,
because
basically.
in internet lore,
Yes.
the sugar-free gummy bear
Yes.
is well known to be used amongst your enemies to
Yes.
give them diarrhea.
Yes.
And that's become a thing.
Yeah.
And
If you eat too many of them.
yes.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
But even if it's, like,
you have
non-
you have to eat you have to eat a ton of them to.
Well, it's also,
There
but
is
it's
a
also
chemical
like,
you're also
that-
on an empty stomach
Yes.
to begin with,
And I had 9.
and you made it
but
worse.
it's also the thing of like even a non-sugar-free gummy bear. Like Claire's said to me before, she's like she's gotten like a huge bag of gummy bears. You get like those like
well, it's a gelatin.
ginormous bags of and she's had like too many of them, and she's like called me and been like, I'm in trouble. It's like
Well,
the gelatin is not
sugar-free-
making my stomach happy at all.
Yeah, the sugar-free chemical,
Yes.
you can Google
Makes it worse.
It makes it worse. It is well known to give people diarrhea if
Yes.
you have too much of it.
Yes. That's why you have to like be very careful
Allison
with
felt
those. You
so
have to,
bad.
like-
She's like, I was not even thinking about that. And
Yeah.
I go, listen, I wasn't either. I go, oh no.
well, you weren't thinking the whole weekend
So-
because you had 4 slices of Costco pizza
I
with one
spent-
lactate.
From 2 p.m. My last meal was Saturday at 2 p.m. My first real meal was last night at 7 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm much better.
It was mac and cheese.
No. It was not mac and cheese.
No, it was a whole block of cheddar.
With a grilled cheese sandwich next
It was a
to it.
burger and some fries.
With
That was
cheese on
good. I can have a slice of cheese. Never been a problem. It was the Costco
It was cheese overload. You overdosed on cheese is what it was.
Dude, it felt like I was prepping for a colonoscopy. That's the only thing I can compare
Yeah.
it to. My body was a husk. I
Yeah.
had nothing in me. And then when I had those sugar-free Jolly Ranchers,
You just took the rest out.
oh my God. It was like,
Yeah.
and I was so beyond.
You should have like a Gatorade or something.
Oh, I just drink a lot of water. I just drink a lot
when you have
of
that
water.
issue, you need to drink Gatorade because you need like all the stuff that's
You
in
need
the
the
Gatorade.
salts and
Well,
stuff.
Like the sports drinks, you need like all like the.
yeah, you need all the
Listen,
electrolytes and crap.
I
in the future, when you accidentally
will not,
overdose
not
on
be accidentally
cheese.
doing this ever again.
You say this,
No.
Lies!
but give it like 3 or 4 years and you'll forget, and then you'll do this
No,
again.
no, I've been very good. I take a pill no matter what. The thing is, yes, I should have took more pills, and B, I should have just had 1 slice and called it a day.
Yes.
But it was so delicious, and I was so hungry, and I did it to myself. I know it. I
Yeah.
know I did it to
Yeah.
myself. But like, I've never had
It
an
was like double
outbreak.
self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, and then this on top of it, it
Yeah.
was like I couldn't catch a break. My body
Well,
was
hey,
just.
you caught something. It
My
wasn't a
body
break
was
though.
just like.
Why do you hate me so?
Yeah. So basically, my body.
What have I ever done to you?
My stomach is anew. It's like I start
you
from
did
zero.
a cleanse.
I
You
did
cleanse.
a weekend cleanse.
Weekend cleanse.
My ass has never hurt so much. It hurt so bad. It was the worst weekend.
Well, there's something to share on the podcast,
There you
everybody.
go.
Hope you enjoyed that story.
I know.
Fireside chats with Bryon.
And I know Rocky will appreciate it because he's lactose.
Yes. Yes. But then you both still eat cheese like it's no big deal.
But here's the kicker.
Bryon had a good match with the toilet. It was a good match.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
I
The toilet
lost.
won. The toilet won.
The toilet won every time.
Undisputed champion, cheese.
It was a bad weekend, and the whole weekend I kept going. I gotta go again.
I'll tell you because I gave up. Because the reason why I know about the sugar-free thing is I gave up sugar. And so the solution I thought would be to
Right, you think
do the
that.
sugar-free
Right?
things that still have the same stuff.
Yeah.
So I experienced that with the candies. Like you get those, like the Russell Stover or whatever, whatever the company that is that makes the candies. And like, there's small little
Right.
things. I could pop a couple of those and,
You'll be fine.
and oh boy, that annexation of Puerto Rico.
So, I knew about the gummy bears because I knew about
The
that
whole
from
new
the
level of
internet.
Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah. So
Yes.
a couple years ago, I went to the movies. I think
I was with you.
Well, no, I saw the Northman with Rocky.
Oh, I see. I remember that one. But you've done it. You've done it at the movies when I've been with you.
So I
as
said,
well.
and to myself, I'm like always buy Twizzlers. I
Yes.
go, maybe it'd be healthier if I got the sugar-free Twizzlers from the grocery store. And I did.
Yes.
I had my popcorn. I got home, and I was on the can the whole afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was a sugar-free
Yeah.
Twizzlers.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the
Yeah.
real stuff.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
And I never thought sugar-free Jolly Ranchers
Like I've
would be the same.
figured out the amount you could do before you hit critical mass.
I was just about to say,
So
I don't
there's
think
a
I've
way you
eaten
can-
that much sugar-free stuff for
No,
it to
you could
happen.
do, like, if you,
'Cause I
like-
do it because Kylie and I went to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And they had new Werther's sugar-free. So I was
Yes.
like, oh, I'll try them.
Yeah.
I guess I don't eat enough of them for it to be an issue.
No, if you have, it's fine if you do like a normal like one or two of them at a time.
Yeah, but if you eat a lot,
But when
of
you
them,
if you happen to be like Bryon and decide you're gonna have 9 to 10 of them, it's gonna cause a reaction.
Yeah. And like Josh said, I was on an empty stomach,
Yeah.
and there was nothing to absorb it. And
No, even if you aren't on an empty stomach, I've had it where I've after had like a bag of or whatever, and then you're like, oh boy, this is not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my story. It was a bad weekend.
Yeah,
So I went from
don't
one
be
week.
like Bryon, and if you have lactose intolerant, don't decide to eat a half a cheese pizza from
I
Costco.
should have taken the whole lactose pill. Lactate. I should have took all
How do you
the
know the name
pills.
of them? You eat them like they're
I was
candy.
stumbling over my word. I should have just took the whole thing like candy.
Not like the whole thing, but you just need like 1 or 2 of them as opposed
I
to.
should have took one for each slice. Is what I should have done.
Yes.
because that's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of cheese.
I'll never have Costco pizza again.
You can just moderate yourself.
Nope, I'm done.
Like,
I'll stick with the dogs.
Have like one pill. and
I
then not.
love their hot dogs.
Yeah, which are
Fantastic.
those will mess up your stomach.
Well,
even
like,
without-
I love
I was
their
just about to
dogs.
say, Bryon, don't you have one pillow for like one domino slice on equilibrium nights?
No, I have one pill, and I had 3 slices. I'm totally fine.
That's what
yeah,
means.
but there's
That's
not amount of cheese
Domino's.
on those. Is not as
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
as Costco's.
You really didn't prepare yourself well for this.
No, he wasn't.
No.
He
Situation.
wasn't. He
I did
didn't,
not.
Yeah,
I did
go
not
into
prepare.
it. He went to it unprepared.
Oh yeah.
And
The
he
thing is,
dealt with the consequences.
I went in feeling too safe.
It's a life experience. Is what
Too
it is.
safe. I was too safe.
Yeah.
Too cocky, as
Yeah.
they say.
You went in, shoulders back, all
Yeah,
like,
I
I
was
can
like,
handle this.
I can
pizza.
handle this. No
I've had
problem.
lactose intolerant for so long. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
Take my pill and I'm good to go.
Yeah, pretty much. I learned
One
my
pill will
lesson.
solve all my
then-
problems.
And then a lot of.
Oh
Then-
God.
Let
it was the worst. It
War
was-
begin.
To
That
2
poor
in the morning.
toilet.
I'm not up till 2 in the morning.
I know that poor bathroom. Fatality.
Fatality. Pretty much.
Finish him.
Yesterday we had the horn and we had a flag. We raised it above the toilet. Brr, brr, brr.
To replace that wax ring again.
the toilet went away. We have to get a new one.
Start from scratch.
Do, do, do.
Like, see, you come on the car. It's like, oh, not again.
I have all the men holding they pick it up and they all just take it out
They
the
walk it
house.
out, yeah.
They put a new one in.
Toilet sees you coming. Oh no, here he comes again. What the hell's going wrong with you?
Oh, it starts crying. We all start crying.
Allison's slowly trying to take you out with sugar-free candies.
Yeah, she felt so bad. She's like, oh, I can't believe it. She felt horrible.
Those
And
Jolly Ranchers ones are good though.
they're good when you're starving.
They're tasty.
I was so starving.
They're good when you're not starving.
Oh,
They're good anytime.
They're good.
Just not 9 of them.
9 of them. Yeah. Because Allison's like, I've had 2 and I'm fine.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah, no,
I had. She goes, how many did you have? I go, let's count the wrappers. And I pull out 9 wrappers. She's like, oh,
Yeah, you've done it to yourself now, buddy.
Oh God.
Say so up for failure here.
Anyway, so that's that.
So there you go, kids. Learn from Uncle Brian's mistakes. Don't do what Uncle Brian would do.
Take them pills.
And if you're going to have 4 slices of Costco pizza, take more than 1 Lactaid if you have lactose intolerance.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like you chugged half a gallon of milk.
No, yeah. It's like I said. It was like prepping for a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to good, better, and bigger things.
Hope you guys all enjoyed that part of it. Hopefully, if you're still here, mazel tov.
So next week,
You're pulling off something I don't want to be here any longer. But
Hey, at least it was funny
it was
for us, not for
it was
Brian.
funny for us.
No, there's humor in it. That's why I told
It's
the story.
after the fact. It's humorous.
It's humorous. I can find humor in it now. In the middle of it, I was not happy. I was not a happy camper.
You weren't laughing, that's for sure.
No, I was not laughing. So anyway, on to
That's why they're
bigger and
crying.
better
Why did
things.
I do this to myself?
Next week we'll be doing our predictions for Crown Jewel.
Yes.
I think this is my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel, but I really feel that seeing the cross-pollination of Raw and SmackDown characters, I think this was something really needed right now because I kind of felt like they were kind of on the repeat button. So I think it's been a lot of fun seeing them cross. I didn't watch Raw.
Yeah.
But also
You're dying to say it, aren't you? Just say
I've
it.
also enjoyed the fact they're finally giving us new tag teams because I kind of felt like the tag team situation has become stagnant and us getting some new teams in there has been refreshing.
How do you feel about these champion matches?
For Crown Jewel?
Yeah. Do you think they're going to be a certain type of match?
Well, we don't know until we know.
But I mean, you think they're going to be decent or?
They're going to be good. They're going to be. I don't know yet. Wait until next week. They're going to be good. They're going to be good matches. Shut up.
Stay tuned, kids. We're designing a shirt for Brian for.
It's going to be a great match.
It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a good match.
So I've really enjoyed wrestling. Obviously, we got the bad news that Samantha.
Yes, the announcer is leaving. She was replaced last night, so.
Oh, she was already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't watched Monday Night Raw.
At the beginning of the show, they thanked her for her time and
That's
wished her
awesome.
good luck on her future endeavors.
Cool. That's great.
Which means it was amicable because usually they wouldn't do that.
No.
They would just kind of act like she doesn't exist.
Right. But I think she's been such a draw for Monday Night Raw. I think she's a very talented person. Obviously, I learned more about her from your wife, actually.
Yes.
She shared about she's
Claire's super fan of hers.
A musician.
Yeah, she was on America's Got Talent.
Right. She's very talented. I think she'll do bigger and better things. And I think someone like that who has a lot of talent doesn't usually stay in one place for very long.
No, exactly.
You gotta keep moving because
and her fiance also left already, so.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to stick around if your fiance is somewhere else.
I mean, a lot of these wrestlers are dating, and they're all in different.
But I mean,
things.
sometimes it's like if the schedules are too different, it kind of throws things off. When you're in the same company, at least you can kind of make it work.
Maybe.
But when you're in two different, one you just fly into one part of the country, other one's going to the other part of the country every week.
Yeah.
I can see that being an issue.
Yeah. But anyway, that is awesome. I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw stuff probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm very excited.
A lot happens.
We're getting close to Netflix taking over because, man, do I miss watching the full show. I gotta watch all the YouTube clips, and then I watch WW. I watch the week of WWE. I watch that. Basically, I get everything in piecemeal throughout the week.
Or piecemeal even.
Piecemeal. What did I say?
One day, piecemeal.
Piecemeal. Whatever.
One day I'll get the English language down.
Piecemeal. Not piecemeal, sorry. Anyway.
Jeez Louise.
Anyway, it's...
Get this man a slice of pizza.
Get me a Costco slice of pizza. So anyway, I think WWE has been doing some good things, and it's kind of it reminds me a lot like when DC and Marvel would do crossover, because you're seeing these characters fight each other who normally don't even acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun. So I think Crown Jewel, even though it's kind of like a meaningless belt,
It's a filler show.
I think it really helps storytelling.
They're trying to not make it once you watch last night's episode, you'll know more. But they're doing some things to try to not make it such a gloss over type show.
Well, I mean, this is the first time someone's winning this belt, the new belt. But it's not. They're going to win it now, and then I guess the next Crown Jewel, it would move over to the next person, I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah, whoever the two champions are.
Right. So it's just, it's a new belt. It's something new and different.
Yeah, so just a thing to make it the thing a thing.
But I think it allows them to cross-pollinate these two shows.
Yeah, it's not like they don't have a pay-per-view called Survivor Series that what they usually would do that for, but
Survivor Series is coming up.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically what bragging rights used to be.
Right.
Is what this show is now turning into.
Right.
So
Marcus, you're up to date on Agatha All Along.
Yes.
We have 3 episodes left. A new one comes out, and the last 2 come out next week.
Yeah.
So we're at the midterm review. I feel like we can give it. We
just finished the second act, basically.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch now. What are your thoughts? Where we are on the show?
I like it. I like it better than I thought I was going to. The twists aren't as like epic as I thought they would be. I like the way they're doing it, though. I'm trying to not spoil things.
As I was saying, are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
Well, we've all seen it in this room, right?
Yes, but I'm just saying, are we doing?
Yeah, spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, so let people know.
That's what I mean.
We're going to be talking about things that if you haven't caught up or watched all the episodes yet, spoilers ahead. So be warned.
Right.
Yeah. So I like the fact that they've brought in WandaVision back into it to kind of like continue the story of what's going on in the show. We all kind of had an idea of who we thought the teen was, and the way they got him to where he is, I thought was a very good story of having it be good. Like when she took down the Hex and the boys ceased to exist.
Yeah.
That the magic from them still bursted out of the Hex, and the teen happened to be injured in a car accident and passed away.
He died. Yeah.
So then the spirit of Billy hopped into the shell and took it over.
And now he's looking for Tommy.
And
that's the whole crux. Now, the Witch's Road is basically him really looking for Tommy.
Looking for, to solve where it happened to him.
I thought it was a great standalone.
It's a great way to bring them in, that's for sure.
Well, in the comics, they are Young Avengers.
Yes.
And I think it's only one. I think the souls.
It's just Wiccan.
Yeah. But now the next twist is Tommy exist?
Yes.
Who is Tommy going to be?
Yeah.
I did like this episode a lot. I think it's my favorite one of the whole season. My favorite part is we got Mr. Ralph Boner.
Boner's back.
I thought him coming in, having that great scene in the bridge, and he's like, he's paranoid. He's crazy because
kind of like the crazy X-Files kind of guy.
Yeah,
like,
because
the guy that's like conspiracy theorists.
Agatha took over his home.
Yeah.
And nobody believes it because everybody's mind was wiped.
Yeah.
Except he's the only one that remembers
everything. Yeah.
And everybody thinks he's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. Yeah. I thought that was a great scene.
They did like the thing of they showed the teen's journey through the first episodes.
Yeah.
On his perspective, like
you see what really happened.
What Agatha was doing.
Yeah.
Like when she was doing the detective show and everything.
Yeah.
Although we never see Aubrey Plaza in any of those. chef. We didn't see her at all in this episode.
No.
And we didn't see her when he turned.
No.
We never saw her either.
It sounds to me like
I think she's Death.
she can be Death. That's a theory. She obviously had a relationship with Agatha at some point.
Yes.
We don't know when. We don't know how. We don't know anything. We do know there was something between them, and there's friction now. And she could be Death. That is one of the theories.
Yeah.
Obviously, she has a motive.
Yes.
Of what she wants. We
Yeah.
don't know exactly yet.
Yeah.
So there's still intrigue. There's still some twists and turns
Yeah.
ahead.
But it's been that's like my first thing I noticed is like when that thing happened at the end of episode 5, where he unveils himself.
Yeah.
That
She was gone.
You never saw her. She never left the house. That they were in a trial of with Agatha's mom.
Yeah, because he
never
throws
came out.
He throws them in the mud.
He throws Agatha has the two others, Jen and
go right in the
Patty LuPone's character throw
mud.
Agatha into the mud, and then he throws them into the mud. She never appears. Then they do this whole episode. They go through the whole beginning parts of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You never see her.
No.
In any of the different scenes and things that they're doing with Agatha. And then they go back to
Where we left
Witch's
off.
Road.
Yeah.
You don't see her again. It's
No.
just Agatha and the teen.
Yeah. And the teen's like, I'm not so nice anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, okay, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah.
Because we just saw this whole journey with him.
And it won't be like the next trial won't be her Aubrey Plaza's trial because that was Mrs. Hart's trial was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is going to be interesting. I think this show's going to take a different turn.
yeah.
But yeah, it's been good so far, and I think this last episode was really well done. It was like, every time I watch it, I'm going, oh my God, these people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it was a great episode. Also, it was 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank God it was a nice long
Yeah.
episode.
A nice long time to be able to get everything out.
Right. And it took its time.
Yeah.
It didn't feel rushed.
Oh, speaking of their show I'm watching, I totally forgot about this. Vox Machina is back. I'm watching season 3 of that.
It's funny because
It's
I
amazing.
dropped off of season 2 and I have to get back.
It's amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
totally
And they're
out
going
of-
off, like the past episodes, couple episodes, they've gone off of what the actual story was that of their gameplay. So it's made it very interesting because now like people who've watched the Vox Machina stuff are like, oh, this isn't our story. So it's nice that we're doing it something a little different now.
Oh, for season 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to watch season 2.
Yeah.
It's weird. Amazon Prime, I just forget about their shows.
Well, you don't like because it's like unless you have Amazon,
I have Prime. I just don't
like
go
a Fire
on.
TV and a Fire Stick.
Right.
You don't really see the promotions for them.
No.
They kind of just appear.
Yeah.
Like there was stuff that they wanted to dive more into
Well, they also go
that
off.
they didn't.
Yeah, they
that
changed
they didn't
something.
do in the show, like their actual like gameplay.
Yes.
They wanted to expand on stories because there was some breaks where they did other stuff, but the story went on and other stuff happened. But
Well, something happens to a character,
yeah,
and it's very pivotal.
yes.
So
But that's what I mean is there's reasons why that first series of Vox Machina
yes,
there was a lot of branches because they also had. Was it some people went and did some shows? There was also.
well, actually, Johnson went and recorded the stuff
That's
for
when she started doing her TV show.
Last of Us and everything
Yeah.
and all that.
And so there was some like breaks that they had to like build in.
Yeah, because they'll have jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're the resident Critical Role guy, Josh.
In the room, yes.
Yes, in the room, yes. So do you watch the show?
Vox Machina?
Yes.
Yes.
So with this recent things, we won't really go into like spoiler territory or anything. And Brian hasn't watched anything, so it's not worth talking to him about it.
I gotta catch up.
Yes. So what do you think about the change in the story that they did?
Well, I'm a little bit behind. So
Okay.
I'm not fully caught up.
Okay.
But going off of what they were saying, they wanted the reason they started the cartoon
Yes.
was they wanted to expand on the story themselves.
Yeah.
But it wasn't part of the campaign.
Gotcha.
So that's why. So this is.
So the
basically
campaign, because
filling
I don't
the
watch
gaps.
I don't watch the Critical Role videos, and I feel like if I were to go back and watch them, it's a lot of content.
Oh,
from what I
no,
understand.
because the
And I'd
main,
never
the
be able to
main-
catch up. So
The main reason why they wanted to do the Legends of Vox Machina
yes.
is in their campaign when they started streaming.
Yeah.
They started streaming on session like 180.
Yeah.
So they had played that game. I think if I remember correctly, they had played that game, the Vox Machina series
Campaign.
campaign. That's
Yes.
I keep trying to forget. I keep forgetting
Yes.
campaign. They started playing that like 2 years before they started streaming it.
Yeah.
So and then there was other stuff where they did one shots and stuff in that original offline campaign.
Kind of the opposite of ours, where we've been
Yeah.
playing for 2 years and no one's known it exists.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Is so like, there's a lot of extra story that they wanted to get to
Yeah.
and go back to, that they couldn't do in campaign.
Yeah.
That they're trying to get done in this.
Yeah. But speaking of which, if you like D&D and you're into that Vox Machina and Critical Role stuff, we have our own show that we do, Dungeonetics, where it's our audio, no video on this one, but it's all audio of us playing our campaign of D&D with our friends.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It gets very hilarity ensues. You think stories like Brian eating a whole pizza basically without taking any lactate is a great story.
Okay,
You should definitely listen to our Dungeonetics
I
because it's
took-
basically the same thing.
I took lactate, just not
Yeah,
enough.
but I'm saying, but not enough. But anyways, but it's basically that times 1,000 with the rest of our knucklehead friends playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
So
it's on there.
yeah, check it out. Bobby does
Yeah,
a great
and
job
then-
editing them all. And
Yeah.
But then they're also doing the second campaign with the Mighty Nine. Will start doing their
yes,
show.
yeah, they're gonna start doing that show
Yeah,
soon.
so
From what I understand. I
There's,
think this is the last season of Vox Machina, or
Is
maybe
it?
next season's last season.
I don't that because that's where it gets complicated because they wanted to expand on some stuff.
Yeah, but where they are in the story, it seems like it's the end of
Yeah,
the story.
But that's what I mean is that's the weird issue of already having a base, and they're like, and now in their third campaign, there is characters from Vox Machina
Oh,
involved,
okay.
and they're into a whole like world-ending event
Oh,
that's involving all three campaign characters.
wow.
So like their last episode, like
Are they playing like 3 characters
they were
each?
playing 2 characters at the same time.
Ooh.
So imagine you guys
Brian could
doing
barely
your
play
campaign.
one character at a time.
But that's what I'm saying is, could you imagine doing your campaign
I couldn't do that.
and going back to a player character that you haven't played?
I've thought about that. I've actually thought about mentioning that to John because we still have characters that, like, if we did like a time travel situation or something, or had some kind of vortex that brought characters over, like our characters are still just out there without an
But
ending.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't you have characters floating around?
We do.
somewhere?
We have characters from our first campaign that are just floating without an ending. Like, 'cause I don't remember us ending that. Like, we never had an ending to that story, so we don't really know.
Because was that
What
the
happens?
campaign that was done here?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine doing that and bringing those same characters. So all of you are playing your current characters, plus your past characters, and interacting with your other campaign characters.
It'd be interesting. It'd be a good
So
time.
the last episode literally ended with them going.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a mind. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
I don't
especially
have the
since they're also
time.
voice actors,
Yeah.
so it's like they do voices.
Well, they do the voices and everything for it too, so you remember
So
who
it's
character
different
you're
voices.
playing and which character it is and all that.
So Vox Machina, there is going to be a 4th and 5th season
Oh, okay.
of The Legend of Vox Machina are
Nice.
in development.
Nice.
Um,
Then Mighty Nine is also coming out as well.
I'm just going
But
to stick with Vox
and
Machina.
then you also have to like remember they have guest characters. So
Yeah.
I think in campaign 1, Joe Manganiello was a character for a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Will Wheaton has already been in it, I
Yeah.
think, and Will Friedle.
Yeah.
So he was
Rashida
in the. I
Jones,
think he was in the first
plays,
season.
not Rashida Jones, the girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
Yeah.
is a voice actor and
Yeah.
as
That's
a
what I mean, is there's-
secondary character.
So there's tons of characters they can call back
Oh yeah,
on
for
that
sure.
they've
Yeah.
already
There's
used.
tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's been a great show so far.
I know. I just got to get
But
back
Agatha All
on it.
Along, I'm excited to see how it ends.
Yeah, we'll wait till the last 3
Of
episodes.
course, we're not going to rate it until we get to the end.
and then we'll
I
have.
could do everything else.
I have to say, so far so good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
After this last episode, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I think that helped with the WandaVision people because that show was good in the first place, and it's just
Yeah.
Well,
expanding
it's the
on
same
The
people.
same folks, so they
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
It helps when you know people that know the actual
No
story
TV.
and know the story and the characters. It's not like they're just throwing shit together and hope it works.
Right. Okay. New York Comic Con happened over this past weekend? Or
Yes,
last
because I was there
weekend?
last week and they were setting up for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I was there for NAB.
A lot
2
of
weeks
things were
ago?
announced. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
things were announced. The biggest thing was, we'll just start off with this because this was the
To the
big
top
one.
of your sheet.
Daredevil Born Again gets
Yes,
an official
March.
March 2025 release date.
Yeah.
March 4th.
Yeah. 18 episodes.
Yes. This is going to be interesting. And they're using this villain that's actually a newer villain for Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
He is some sort of like crazy serial killer.
Yeah.
And it actually, the Kingpin and Daredevil have to team up basically to take him out.
Take this guy down.
Yeah.
Well, Kingpin's the mayor, so that makes sense.
Well, I don't know if this show, if he's going to be running or he's won. I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
I don't
we'll
know.
see where it goes.
I guess there was a trailer. The trailer has not been officially released
No.
yet, so I'm sure we'll talk about it when it does.
Excuse me.
Now, if Agatha lands the ending,
Yes.
because this is what these shows have a hard time landing the ending.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna.
Yeah.
If they can ride that wave, to Daredevil, I
Yeah.
think it will be a good thing for Marvel to go in the upswing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it definitely needs. I think there's. It's also next year's chock full of Marvel movies as well.
Well, yeah, we
So
have
that's like you got that as well to ride that wave, and I think if March, I think one of the movies
February. I
would
think
come
we
out
have
in
Captain
February.
America 3 in February.
I think Brave New World's February, so
Yeah.
it'll be like right after that. So that wave's gonna be like pushing it along. So got to start the tsunami.
That's got to come out and it's got to do good. It's
Yeah.
got to get good reviews. It's got to get people back on board.
Yeah.
I think we can go back to the old times where Marvel was firing on all cylinders. And I think that we get to a place where they're more choosy and more careful about who is producing and making these shows. And the great thing about Daredevil, it is produced. I think the showrunner is from the guy who was a showrunner from Punisher.
Yeah.
So, anyway, very excited to see how this all plays out. I have not watched season 3 of Daredevil. Never watched any of the Punisher stuff.
Actually, Valentine's Day, 2025, Brave New World.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. I know it's all on Disney Plus now, so I can catch up on that. I probably don't even have the great thing about Born Again. I don't think you really need to watch any of that stuff. It probably allows you to just jump right in. I think most people have anyway.
Yeah.
So that was one of the biggest announcements. Also, smaller stuff. I don't think I'm going to watch this show, but Dune's getting a series on HBO.
I think it's already out. Or is it about to come out?
November 17th.
Yeah, so it's soon.
Probably will skip it. I'm sure it'll be
Yeah,
very
I
good.
don't really need
but
to know any see any more about that.
not for me. There is a Mac show coming out that does look cool. December 5th. We're getting the Creature Commandos. That looks like a lot of fun. I did watch a trailer to that.
Okay.
The DC. I miss watching the Harley Quinn cartoon, but I think you and me both had the same problem. we got into season 2 or 3.
I just kind of just.
Her voice I just couldn't do it.
It wasn't just the voice; it was just the writing just got really bad.
It just couldn't do it. It was just like
they just went too they relied too much on the potty humor.
I do want to watch
Which is
Kite
cool
Man,
and all,
though.
but it's just kind of like you don't. It's like
Well, I got
give us
over
a story.
I want to watch Kite Man.
I haven't watched it.
I mean, it looks good.
I've heard things, but I've heard good things. I just don't like after
character,
Harley.
His character was my
was just
favorite
kinda
character on the Harley Quinn show.
It's like it came too heavy-handed. Is what the way of saying it is. It just got too much.
For me,
I was like,
I
okay,
watched
get
the
it.
first episode of I think it must have been the 3rd season because it was Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn finally get together. At
Yes.
The end. The voice and just went on. My brain couldn't take it, and I'm like, I'm done with this show.
Yeah.
And then, and maybe I'll jump back in at some point. But Kite Man does look interesting. But for me, that's all it was. Also, it's the same reason why I have not jumped in to watch. What was that Marvel animated show on Hulu? The monkey one?
Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey. Did you know there's a season 2?
No.
Yes, they made a season 2. It's out.
Oh, I'll have to watch it. I like that show.
Yeah, and I had the same problem. Like Jason Sudeikis' voice, he just went on and on so much. I was just like, okay, I need a break. He just constantly talks. Like it just felt like I'm like, I need a break from this show.
Yeah.
I did like the first season.
I can see that. Yeah,
but I don't know if I'm
going to
watch season 2.
Yeah.
But that's out.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew?
There is a season 2 of
No
Hit Monkey.
idea.
Hit Monkey season 1 was actually...
It was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I will jump into it at some point. I think it was just a me thing at the time.
I think also too the issue is they don't I know with not the Harley show as much, but like the Marvel non-Disney Plus shows, they don't really promote them as much.
Unless you're on it.
Unless you're on
know
but
it.
even that, I'm on Hulu a lot, and I
Me
didn't
too.
see anything saying Hit Monkey was coming out.
Yeah, Hit Monkey. Yeah, Hit
It
Monkey.
wasn't even suggested because it's shows you've watched. I never got a thing saying, "Hey,
season
you
1, Hit Monkey was everywhere.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Hit Monkey season 2.
But I think the thing with the Harley show is the writing kind of went downhill. It wasn't as good as the first season. In the second season, and there really was no major story to it. It was kind of just
her and Poison Ivy got together.
yeah,
and
that
there was
but there was no
season
overarching major story.
Season 1 was the best.
Had an actual.
So get this, Hit Monkey came out in July 5th.
Oh,
The whole season, 10 episodes.
okay,
dropped.
sure.
So there you go for all you Hit Monkey fans. And
I have to catch that.
Seemed to be well received.
Yeah.
Actually,
I wouldn't be surprised.
got an
I wonder if I watched
83% on Rotten Tomatoes. You haven't talked about it, so I feel
I know
like
you didn't watch it, so I didn't think maybe I can't remember now.
I feel like you would have talked about it. You would have said, "Hey, I'm watching it."
Yeah. Well, sometimes I just don't tell you if I know you haven't seen things. I just don't bring it up because there's no point.
Do you think you might have been watching something else and had that in your queue?
No, but it
and
would
just
still
never
be there.
got
Then.
to it,
It
or
would still be
just
there. I think
No clue it happened.
maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I do.
I'll try to rewatch. I've done that before, where I've watched this show again and been like, "Oh, I already watched this."
Ever since Disney took full ownership of Hulu,
There's so much content. Too much content.
They some of the stuff doesn't update. Usually, if new episodes to a season that you have in your stuff would go up top.
They just had a huge.
That doesn't happen as
yeah.
much. I think it's horrible. I think Disney doesn't know what they're doing right now.
They also had a huge issue
with.
with Hulu. Recently, our Hulu, we had to uninstall the whole app and reinstall it from scratch, basically. Because every time we try to sign into it, it'd say we had to buy a subscription. I have a Hulu subscription.
Well, sometimes there's an update and you have to re-sign in.
Yeah.
You just hit
But even I
sign
did
in.
that, and it was said you need to sign up. What rate would you like to pay? I'm like, I already have it selected.
Well, maybe.
And I'd go into my Disney account and showed you have a Hulu
Mark,
there and everything.
I know why that happened.
Okay.
They adjusted the rates per month.
Oh yeah.
And you had to approve the pay increase because
Yeah.
it went up by
see, other places just do it. They don't even ask you.
but because it was a price increase,
Yeah.
you had to approve the price increase for it to happen.
Yeah, that's weird. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Claire figured it out. She handles the Hulu.
There you go. I think Josh is right on there. Anyway, so those were the biggest announcements. Obviously, there was a lot of other stuff happening. Marvel, the Fantastic Four first episode, Robot Herbie, revealed at the New York, along with fresh look at Red Hulk and Daredevil.
Wow.
They have a Marvel mural, and they had like all the newer characters up on there.
Nice.
Which is cool.
So I see like they're getting like unveils at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Usually they save all that for the LA one.
Well, I think that's the whole thing with the LA Comic Con monopoly thing that they want to.
They're trying to spread it out. Yeah, so it's not saying that we don't just keep everything here. We do other things.
DC, one of my favorite arms of DC is Vertigo Comics. They have announced Batman Hush sequel, which if you haven't read Hush is amazing. We're getting a sequel under Vertigo, which is fantastic.
That's awesome. I mean, that makes more sense because a lot of originally that's where they started. Marvel and DC were both in New York City, like their offices. I think they still have offices in New York City.
Yes, they do.
Both of them. So,
in comics, Eddie Brock will become the new Carnage after the Venom War, which is happening in Marvel Comics right now.
Okay. Don't read comics anymore, but cool.
Well, for other people, I read comics.
I just don't. Yeah.
This is interesting.
So we're behind.
Marvel Comics revealed that Star Wars Jedi Knight series set before the Phantom Menace. So you're going to get Qui-Gon, you're going to get Mace Windu, you're going to get all these characters that were in the prequels.
Yes.
We'll explore the heroes of the Jedi Order before the Phantom Menace. The series will be created by writer Marc Guggenheim. Star Wars Han Solo.
Good. Yeah, he does
and
all
Chewbacca.
the Star Wars. He's done Star Wars, yeah.
The artist. So interesting. I might check it out. I don't really read Star Wars comics anymore, but I will check this one out.
I was into them. I just haven't. I'm so far behind.
Yeah. A movie I never thought that would be cool, but Blumhouse showed off.
Or Blumhouse.
Blumhouse showed the trailer to Wolfman, which I saw the trailer before a movie. I think Joker 2. It does look really good.
Although I've tried to forget everything from that night, but besides that,
I know. Also, we're getting a Five Nights at Freddy 2.
Matthew Lillard,
which people of the first one, I guess.
It was huge on Peacock.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it
got a lot of play on Peacock last Halloween. It was huge. Yeah,
that was one of those released at home and in the theater things. Yeah. Doctor Doom becomes Emperor of the Marvel Universe in 2025.
Cool.
So Doctor Doom's going to have a big presence in the comics. And he will be making.
They start that glow up because he's got that movie coming. Robert Downey Jr. is going to play him. He's going to have to get. They have to boost him up.
There is rumors that he might be in Spider-Man 4.
Or Fantastic Four.
No, there might be something in Spider-Man 4, I guess, or Miles Morales might be in Spider-Man 4.
Miles Morales might be in Spider-Man 4.
But Doctor Doom. I still don't know how I feel about Robert Downey Jr. coming back to play Doctor Doom.
It depends on how they do it.
Yeah, I kind of wish they just picked a new actor. You know?
Well, yeah.
You know? It's kind of feel like
if you have a ace in the hole, why would you try out someone else that?
Well,
because how crazy! Like if he pulls this off, how amazing of a story would that be? Like he was literally the ultimate hero. And now he's gonna be the ultimate bad guy.
Let's see how it goes.
That's gonna be quite entertaining to see.
Right. Well, let's see.
Because not technically gonna be the same character.
No,
it's gonna be a whole different character.
But it's just weird
from a different universe.
Yeah, it's just gonna be weird. We'll see how they all play it off.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will be good.
But it's gonna be great though because they're gonna lean into the whole thing that he looks like Tony Stark and he's gonna.
That's a rumor.
But I'm saying that'd be a cool way of doing it.
I know.
Because that's from the comics. They've done that before.
They could do that. Also, Funko Pop, your favorite thing in the world.
Not really.
Reveals exclusive Deadpool, Wolverine, and Secret Wars collectibles, which are kind of cool. They have a Deadpool riding a Zamboni, which
that might be one I might need to get.
I know. Deadpool.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one.
Yeah, I know. Zamboni? Come on.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I might get that myself.
That's from the first movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He
It's when
chases the
he's
guy.
chasing
He's
the kid,
Oh,
Francis.
yes.
kills the guy with
Yes.
the lamb.
Francis, I want Francis.
He's like,
Yes.
slow down. Let me get. I gotta get.
That was really funny. You're right.
Yeah.
Man, so long ago.
I don't know if it was announced at New York Comic Con, but I guess Kevin Smith is going to be touring Dogma.
Yes.
Like he did with
Yes.
his last movies.
Because he
Yes,
got
'cause he
Dogma
got
back.
Dogma back from the
but,
Weinstein.
like the people who like have control with him.
Yes.
Are like, well, what are we gonna do with it now?
Yeah.
Do we just sit on it and just release it, or
No, yeah.
No, he's
do we
gonna
do
go.
a tour with it, or what?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we'll just do
There's
a
even
tour.
rumors of him possibly making a second one.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing.
Well, when it comes to Kevin Smith, it's tough to like. He says a lot of things that hasn't happened, but his movie, the 4:30 movie,
Yes.
which will be on physical, I think in November. I already got it pre-ordered. That's loosely based on his life, and it was filmed at his movie theater in New Jersey,
It was.
and it's gotten really good reviews.
Yeah.
And I do really want to see it, and I don't think it's in the theater anymore. I think it was just like a one and
It was
done.
independent more than a big theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're actually one of the episodes of one of the Paltrow cast interviewed some of the cast of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking.
The show air here on the channel.
Oh, nice. So anyway, that's really. There's not much. I mean, New York Comic Con has a lot of good stuff. I'm sure more information will be coming out. But the Daredevil was the
Daredevil's the
biggest
big thing that
The
came
big
out of it.
thing.
Yeah.
So today was a packed show, Marcus.
Yeah, it was
Is
a
there
good,
anything
it was a
else?
get back show. So we had to get all the catch up on everything, and it's been kind of light on the news territory lately. So it wasn't that was the other reason why we decided to take last week off
In work.
and work. But it was mostly
Schedule.
it was like a good time to do it. We knew we could get away with it and not miss much,
Yeah.
which we did.
So next week we'll be doing our predictions.
Predictions for the
Crown Jewel.
Saturday Crown Jewel show. Thank you.
This Sunday, please come and say hi. East of the
Yes.
River Comic and Toy Convention.
You come to the door, tell them you know Brian, and you'll get a discount. They'll give you an entry for $1.
Entry for $1.
Yep.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Tell 'em you know
American
me.
Legion Hall.
You get in for 75 cents.
Ooh, 75 cents, you say.
Then you got to give them an extra quarter. But besides that, you'll get in just fine.
I hope, like, there's going to be, if you've been there before, please come again because there's a lot of new vendors.
Brian will have his booth. He'll be selling all sorts of stuff. You got new comics. What do you got going on in your booth?
I got a lot more newer things, non-comic related.
Okay.
You know, comics don't sell much for me,
Yeah,
but
that
other
show.
people do.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
I try to make it a little bit different.
Yeah. So you
So-
have all the knick-knacky things that you
Yeah.
usually have.
I'm gonna have new pins. I'm gonna have a lot of new stickers. I have all this D&D stuff. I might have some video game related stuff.
Nice. I'm going to have a sweet deals on Hot Wheels.
Sweet deals on Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. Sweet
We-
deals on Hot Wheels.
Buy 3 get 1 free.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
There you go.
Yeah. Trying to clear it out.
Get rid of it.
Everything
baby.
must go.
Get rid of it.
Going out of business sale. Never had a business, but going out of business.
Going out of business.
Yes.
So
we'll be
yeah.
selling the photos from 99 Restaurant. It's going to be great.
Oh, real quick before we leave, this past month we had two restaurants closed. TGI Fridays.
Who is now officially, theoretically, like from what I heard, going to be announcing bankruptcy for the whole company.
Right.
So
And then 99.
you will not come
closed
back for more because
yesterday.
it's not there.
It's gone.
Yes.
And I
And that's just the franchisee closure. They closed their Enfield restaurant and the one at the Holyoke Mall.
yeah. It's so funny because 99 did one of the biggest mistakes that most companies do. They
Give away free
oversaturate the
food?
market.
Oh.
They oversaturate the market. And then they go, why are some of these not doing so well? And they end up closing.
There was 3 within, like, at one point. There was Enfield one. There was
West
one up by
Springfield.
me. And there's one in East Springfield.
In West Springfield.
And there was one in West Springfield.
It closed. It's gone.
And there's one at the Holyoke Mall. So
Ye-
they within, like, 10-mile radius.
Ye-
There was 4 of them.
So dumb. It was the dumbest thing,
I mean, it's
Well,
that works for,
wasn't
like,
there
a
also one
fast
in
food.
Manchester?
And, like, a
but not a restaurant.
not a, like a
It
sit-down.
never worked.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there one in Manchester too?
Yes, there was.
Yes.
They,
Which is still there. It's Vernon, I think.
Yeah.
It's gone. I think it's gone.
No, I think it might have closed.
I think it's closed.
No, the one at the Buckland,
Yeah.
around Buckland.
So, 99, the Kazaska curse
The Kazaska
continues
curse continues.
because now I have worked at
Chi-Chi's.
Chi-Chi's closed. Worcester Street Pizza,
Closed.
Enfield's closed. 99,
Ground
Enfield's
Round
closed.
/ 99.
And then I worked at Walden Books, closed.
Yep.
I worked at KB Toys, closed.
Closed.
I worked at Record Town, closed. I worked at Funko Land, closed.
Yep.
And I was trained at Strawberries,
Closed. Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like time-wise, it just happens. It's not like it's like some magic. This is the one that like
Vernon's
probably the
still open.
longest after you work there that stayed open.
I was amazed.
Usually when you work at a place, they close it like not long after or
Right.
during your time of working there.
That was Chi-Chi's
Yeah.
and yeah.
And Randy's.
Well, Randy's I was gone.
Yeah.
It
you had
closed
left.
a year later.
Yeah.
After I
Yes. 99 lasted the longest after your
Yes.
departure.
left. It did.
My only question is, now that they're gone, will IHOP move from the small spot that they were going to move into?
That's
and take
a
over
good
the big
point. I
store?
thought about that myself. I was like, IHOP was going to go in the end spot there
Which
in
was
that plaza.
so silly.
Because they didn't have any other place to go at the time. But now you have 2 prime real estate spots you can get. You can take over the TJ Fridays up at the big plaza, the top of the
Or
the-
you take
on Elm
over
Street,
99.
Or you take over 99. So you literally have 2 options now.
I think 99 would be the better spot because you don't have the huge shared parking lot area.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be the main issue with
Yeah.
TJ Fridays.
And I'm going to tell you something. IHOP, give it 10 years, the thing will be closed. IHOP is never, like, any IHOPs I go to, the food is not that great, and they are always
Last time I went to IHOP,
empty.
I had the Brian Kazasa experience.
Yeah.
is that the one in
eating-
Maine?
Yeah.
No, the one up by me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the what happens to Brian when he eats half a
I'll be honest.
Costco pizza.
Their food isn't that good, and I was shocked they were going
Yeah.
to come to Enfield because anytime I've been to them, they're empty.
Yeah.
It's like it was like Denny. IHOP has become the new Denny's.
Well, I think
it's-
that's why they
Well,
wanted
the
to
thing
come
that
here.
that
needs the
good.
thing that someone should invest in, and I know this is a weird thought to have, but there needs to be, or it needs to be looked in, or someone needs to come up with. I know there's the Waffle Houses out there, but the replacement for Denny's.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a money making opportunity that
Not
people
anymore. Not in our
are.
area.
I think it would be
Nobody
in our
hang-
area. I think it would be.
Nobody hangs out like this like we used to. That's
But,
it.
there's
hangs
people
up at
looking
home.
for
But there's
that,
people
though.
looking for it now, though.
I know, like,
But not enough.
Best example was the wrestling.
Yes.
We used to always go to Chicago Sam's.
Yeah.
But
They
then
don't stay open
Chicago
late.
Sam's
Nothing stays
started
open late.
stopped serving food.
With the loss at TJ Fridays, it's the last place that stays open until midnight in Enfield.
Since COVID, TJ Fridays didn't stay up till midnight anymore.
They
Yeah.
would on wrestling nights. They would stay open because they would go over there and eat.
Well,
Kitchen wise, staying open.
Well, I'm saying like that's not enough business to keep them open. You know what I'm
well, I
saying?
think it's the TJ
Times have
Fridays
changed.
location. I think like Josh saying has the big shared parking lot, has more of an opportunity for like that kind of clientele, like to attract that kind of clientele.
off the high. See, Denny's was off the highway,
Yeah,
which
off the
most
highway,
of them
yes.
usually are.
Yeah.
And because it attracts people traveling.
Yeah,
that
truckers, those kind of things.
Right.
But I think the main thing that hurts the TJ Fridays spot is it's just past the mall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'd lose that like
Viewership,
traffic.
the viewer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas at least I think 99 is in a weird spot because it's not right. You can't drive right into it.
Yeah,
But because it's on that whole strip, it might be a little bit better. But
yeah,
Yeah.
but this town is changing. Like
Yeah.
and it
We
people
got
are
Ella
not
Bean.
happy with it.
we got LL Bean.
Yeah.
Nobody
but like,
cares.
But that's what I mean. Is like it's nice, but
Chicken capital
you
of the
need
world.
other stuff, and you need people,
Right.
and we don't have the people to sustain what we have.
But the thing is,
But we can get chicken restaurants in here like no one's business,
and they're busy,
and they're busy,
and
Yeah.
the strip malls are busy.
always full.
Now, I agree with you. It would be nice to have a restaurant.
Brian, talking to the mic.
It would be nice to have a restaurant you can go to a little bit later after a movie or an
Yeah.
event. I agree with you. But times have changed. The thing is, I think ever since COVID, there hasn't been that group that does it anymore to sustain, to keep something open that late.
Well, that's why the malls
I understand
dying.
that, but but I'm saying, but there's
that's
no,
not
there's
the
no
times anymore.
nothing in this general vicinity that I know of that's open late.
All Denny in our area are not even open 24
But even like the
hours
local,
anymore.
like 24/7
Those
diner places.
Those don't exist.
There's
even
one
like-
by the
no,
airport.
but even like-
that's
But
still
that
open.
makes
Skyline,
sense.
stuff like that.
Yes, that's airport.
But I'm saying, but like that's
it-
what I'm saying. But I think like in that vein, there's nothing really like
no.
in this area that you could
Because
go
like
to.
we have bars, but
Yeah.
they stopped serving food at like 10 o'clock.
10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. Like, I'm not saying they have to
Like-
serve all
You got
night. but-
Jimmy's.
Your only option is even that doesn't stay open. Their kitchen doesn't stay open late anymore.
Right. But the thing is, it's because sales
Yeah.
have moved that. Sales show they don't need to.
Well, you just go to. It's figure you just go to like fast food restaurants late at night, but sometimes that's not a good
A
situation.
lot of those aren't open as late anymore.
Well, Taco Bell's still open until like 3 a.m. or some crazy.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Taco Bell is still open late.
Yeah, like 2
That's
o'clock
their
in the
whole
morning.
thing.
Yeah,
But there are, but
like
there's
Wendy's
no,
is still open till 1.
Yeah, there's no sit downs anymore.
No,
Right.
no.
And I think that's what they go. If there was just one, I think
If there was
we'd make
just
enough
one,
money
you'd make enough money to
and it
keep
doesn't have
yourself
to be
going.
open all week. Like even if it's just like on
Now,
the
If you were
weekend.
just a weekend,
Now,
late
do you
nights,
think
like Thursday,
IHOP,
Friday, Saturday?
Even though IHOP food wise stinks, I don't know what their hours are.
Well, Denny's food wasn't
I
Michelin
think IHOP
star.
is open late as well. And I think there might still
I'm
be some
Googling.
24
No,
hours.
no, they close at 10
IHOP's
p.m.
closed at 10.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
West Springfield 10, Manchester
Yeah.
10, and Springfield. West Springfield and Manchester are busier than Enfield, and
Yeah.
they're closed at 10.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, ever since COVID, the 24-hour staying up
Oh
late
no,
has changed.
that's what I'm saying is like we don't even need a 24-hour place, but I think if there was a place in town that decided to at least on
Like
say
a
Friday,
Thursday,
Saturday,
like a
Sundays,
Friday, Saturdays, Thursday, Friday,
or
Saturday,
even
maybe.
Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, just had their kitchen open until midnight.
Yeah, midnight would
I'm
be
not
nice.
saying they
You'd
make
make
a
a
ton
killing.
of money,
You'd make a killing in this
but
town.
you would make money.
Yeah.
In this area, you'd make a killing because people would just be like,
Well, because
"Oh
we're
my
in
gosh,
the middle.
somewhere to go."
That's the main thing. It's like because we're in the middle.
You don't have to go.
People
You're not
are
in
coming
Springfield. So
home or
people are
going
leaving
to-
Springfield from events or different things. You can go and
So you're right. Taco Bell in Enfield is open till 3 a.m.
yeah.
I think McDonald's.
McDonald's is open late.
I think McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King are open till 1.
Yeah. So I mean, it does stink. I agree. It does stink, but
I know it's like I
times have
understand what you're
changed.
saying too. It's a different generations aren't as
No.
they don't leave their house. So
And people want to be home. Also, this is like if we were in a busy city, sure. I'm sure there are people
But
who'd be
even
out all the
Brian,
time.
even like Hartford, even Hartford, a lot of
well,
places.
Hartford's never had
closed.
anything open.
Well,
No,
just
but
like
that's what I mean, it's like
Springfield. It's a
restaurants,
ghost
stuff
town.
around
Yeah,
the
Springfield's a
XL
ghost
Center are
town
closed.
unless it's near Worthington Street.
Yeah.
Heck,
It's a ghost town.
the tavern's closed. Like
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
because the guy
mean-
didn't pay the rent. It's a little different.
But anyway, rest in peace to 99.
Yeah, and
that
TJ Fridays.
and TGI Fridays. 99, I was there in
Yeah.
the beginning
So
when
many
they
memories.
first
I
opened.
remember.
trained there. I worked
I
there for a
remember.
couple years in the beginning.
My grandmother used to go there every like once
was
a
Mom
week
and
and then
Dad's
for
hangout.
lunch.
Quick story. I had your grandma amongst 20 other
The Grandma
old
Mafia.
ladies.
The Grandma Mafia.
It was
They'd
my,
go after they played their weekly card games
it was
Hand
my,
and foot.
it was my day off.
or bunco.
My manager said, Brian, I have a group of old people that
looking for
requested you. Can you come in on Tuesday for 11 for this lunch?
Yeah,
I had 20 of them. They all sat in twos at all
Yeah.
these tables. They got the whole dining room.
yeah,
They all got the lunch scrod
Yeah.
with a water and a lemon.
yeah,
Now a lunch scrod, I think at the time was like $12.
yeah.
Then they all gave me a 20.
Yeah.
All wanted change. And I think they all left me less than $1 each for a tip.
Well, my grandmother probably gave you a little bit more.
Listen, I did it because I love them. I didn't do it for the money, okay? But that was my story for 99. Also, I will curse out my manager who decided we're going to stay open during a snowstorm. And Brian, you're going to come in because you live the closest.
Yeah.
And this other girl, she's going to come in because she lives the closest. And that's all we're going to have today. And they had the bar side.
Yeah.
I had the
dining
restaurant
room
side. The
It
snowstorm.
was the one thing that the 99 that astonished me was the fact that they did no basic renovations to that restaurant. From the ground round to 99.
The bar
it's the same.
changed.
The bar changed
the
a
only
tiny
thing
bit,
changed
but
was the
besides
bar.
that,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
basically just left it the exact same layout.
Yeah. So
Exact same. They just like changed the drapes and the
Right.
coloring
And
of
repainted.
the repainted and
So,
Put up different pictures.
Yeah.
so this snowstorm, right, started overnight.
Ryan, don't look into the void.
It was going all day.
Yeah.
I get there, opened the
I
restaurant.
remember this.
It was a Sunday
right
storm.
After I met Claire.
It was a You didn't meet Claire. I was
No,
going
no.
to his Nuntuck at
no,
the time.
no, this is long time ago, Mark.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Okay, so this snowstorm went all day. All the restaurants closed around us. We were getting,
Yes.
like, my manager was calling, like, are you still open? No,
Yeah.
we're closing at 4. We're closing
Yeah.
at 4. We're staying open.
Yeah.
Well, guess what happened at 4? The snowstorm stopped.
Yeah.
And guess what? Everybody
You got
was
slammed.
like, I gotta go out and eat in a
No
snowstorm.
store. I don't want to make anything.
It was so busy, Mark and
Yeah.
Josh. From when you walked into that dining room, that first table,
Yeah.
I was just getting sat, all the way to the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Everybody would leave. We had nobody clearing tables. So it just went to the end, to the very back of the room.
Yeah.
Every table was dirty. Every table had somebody. And then I had a huge party of 8. I couldn't take out the food.
Yeah.
The cooks
Helped you take
ran
the
the food out.
Yeesh.
It was so dumb. It was
Yeah.
so dumb.
But you made a killing that day.
It-
So that owner probably got a special bonus from corporate for sticking it out.
And I-
And they made so much
stick-to-itiveness.
profit
and
that
I got
day.
nothing.
His smarts is
Yeah.
what solved that solution.
So
so
basically,
then 99 never closed again during
so basically, we had to clean up. I closed the restaurant. I was there for an entire shift
Yeah.
for the whole day on a Sunday. I went home exhausted,
Yeah.
and I did okay. But the problem was people were coming in, and the restaurant looked like hell.
Yeah.
It was not because we couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Everybody had to wait forever for the food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my mind going, we just had a snowstorm. Stay home. Why are you coming out?
Because it's New England, and
New England.
we're hardy New Englanders, and we don't want to do our own
I've been
shit.
stuck inside all day. I don't want to stay inside any longer.
I have to say-
Snow's has ended. Let's go.
I'm so happy I don't work in the restaurant business because it was the
I
worst.
think that
Right.
was the snowstorm that I think half the town lost power to.
No,
during
we
the
didn't,
no,
we
snowstorm?
didn't lose
no,
power.
Mark. That was
Was
when
that one?
That was when I was That's when I was working at Pizza Hut,
Oh,
and I
okay.
had to go into work because they had power.
Yeah.
But our house didn't.
I lived
Yeah.
at home with my parents at the time.
Okay.
And this was during his Nuntuck.
Okay.
And I was working in 99.
Okay.
This
'Cause you're-
was like right when the first winter 99 was open.
Yeah.
We were doing the radio stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I remember there was a snowstorm after I first met Claire where I was like, I'm not going into work. I'm staying home. I'm like, she was like, oh, because she was working at a pharmacy that does not stay open 24 hours.
yeah.
And she was saying that she had to go in, and she was like paranoid. She lived like around the corner from the kind of like you, like, oh, you're close. You could work that
They
day.
always make the close ones come in.
So she was like, I don't really want to drive like that far. So like her stepfather drove her in and everything. And she was texting me all day. And like, she's like, no one's coming into this place. It's empty. It's like dead.
Mm-hmm.
No one's coming in. Why am
Like,
I here?
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
why
blah.
are they open?
And I'm sitting at home and I'm like, God dang, like, I don't know. Why would people do that? I would just quit and just went home. Like,
Well,
like,
you need a job.
screw it. I'm not doing this. Make a note. I have to do that. Yeah. So, yeah. So I was like, that's this crazy town. Like
We are very blessed
Yeah.
with our jobs, Mark. I
Well,
get
yeah,
Mark-
no, I never, like, I think the only job I had that was like any kind of dealing with that kind of craziness is when I worked at the grocery store, like way, way back, like my very first job.
Mm-hmm. It'll make you come
And that was
in.
the last type of job I ever had that was like that. Like
Yeah.
everything. I don't
Yeah.
say I got a real jobs after that, but
Working
like non-retail.
retail.
Well, Mark,
Type.
you remember
Retail's
that
tough.
snowstorm we had where we had to go get Grandma
Yes.
We all stayed in the house, and I made coffee on the grill outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one had power.
We've had that too, where we've had like lost power at our neighborhood, but there was power here at the studio, so like we just like come over here and
hang out
because it had heat.
Yeah.
Well,
we didn't have
remember
heat.
when we waited in the line at the mobile station on Route 5?
Yeah, that was after the big
Because it's the only
ice
one that had
storm.
power
That was
and
when you had you just moved into
You're
Peggy Lane.
You're talking about the 2013.
Yeah.
2013 was when we lost power for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
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 That was the worst.
Yeah.
That was an October storm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It was right after
It was Halloween. It was right before Halloween.
It was right
they canceled
before.
Halloween.
They canceled Halloween.
Yeah, because it happened that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were freaking out.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a Halloween contest that it was a zombie Halloween contest that me, James, maybe Josh Easton
That was at Blackboard,
filmed.
wasn't it?
Yeah, for Rocky.
Yeah.
And that's where Mike Dumont met his wife.
Oh.
Yep.
Look at that.
And we had a big snowstorm the next day,
Wow.
that weekend.
Well.
So Rocky, please never have a host
yeah, I don't think he'll be doing that anytime soon.
party at the Blackboard again.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're sounding like old men now doing these kind of stories.
Back in my day.
Back in my day when I did this,
we used
this
to go to
happened.
Denny's
We're
at 2
getting
in
a
the
train
morning.
station.
But
I used to drink
Yeah.
decaf coffee.
he did. He did.
Yeah.
And he'd still have cheese on things.
Oh my God.
I remember we used to go smoking Denny's.
I know. Well, we're in hour 30. We should
Yeah,
wrap it
we're
up.
wrapping
We
up.
are.
We're wrapping
So,
up.
all right. So we're going to wrap this up. We'll be back next week. We'll have our predictions for
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. Thank you. We'll also give our recap of everything that happens at this week's East River Comics and Collectible Show, happening on Route 5 in Enfield this weekend on Sunday from 10 to 3.
Or 9 a.m. for Early Bird.
9 a.m. for early bird. Pay an extra $1. Get in early and get all the stuff you want. So see y'all next week. And as always, be safe, be well, be kind.
And rewind.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Night, Rocky.
Good night, Rocky.
Night, Bobby.
Good night, Bobby.
See you, Howard.
Who's Howard?
Claire's dad.
Oh, yeah, because he watches.
He watches
okay.
in
All right.
the channel.